Hi there, Sean McDonald calling.
Hi, Sean.
Thank you very much for your invite, but currently right now we don't have a social worker. At the last meeting that we had, our social worker went and told told Sabrina that Cynthia was actually cheating on me, and I was cheating on her, and me and Cynthia were having sex on the bed when Sabrina was sleeping. On top of that, the meeting, as soon as you guys put it on pause, the video record, we still have the video of you guys and all the stuff that was said at the meeting, and I did not feel comfortable with the social worker, nor do I feel comfortable with going and dealing with Rosemary again after all the lies that were said, and you guys are trying to say that I'm delusional over.
Okay, well, Sean, the meetings are voluntary, so if you don't want to have one, we don't have a meeting. It's no problem.
It's no problem when we get another social worker and there's a sense of having one, because at the moment, can you explain why I would want to go in and what benefit I would have? Is already the last meeting, everybody, including yourself, lied about myself and my wife?
So, Sean, the meeting is voluntary. If you don't want to do it, we won't have a meeting. It's no problem.
So you have no comment to that?
I have no comment to that.
Okay, so you're okay with people lying about people with fatal alcohol syndrome? How do you sleep at night with doing that?
Sean, I'm just a facilitator. I'm not a social worker. I don't make decisions about things, okay? So
well, you're the one that was
asked to offer you a meeting, and I offered you a meeting, and you declined.
You're the one
that
was at the meeting.
Day, okay?
You were at the meeting, and you're the one that was seeing them go and say all this stuff behind my back.
I was just doing my job, Sean.
Oh, that's your job to go and do that? To let them go and lie about people? No.
To reach Elisa.
Hello, Sean.
Hi, who is this, sorry?
This is Tina.
Tina who?
Tina Iron.
Oh, from where?
Sean, you know who I am. What can I help you with?
Can you identify yourself so I know who I'm speaking with? Thank you.
Sean, you know I'm Tina Iron. We just met yesterday.
Tina
I'm
Iron
a client complaint resolution analyst with Fraser Valley Aboriginal Children and Family Services Society, otherwise known as DOSME.
Thank you. You guys have been victimizing my girlfriend since she's been 1 year old in diapers. And now you guys are continuing to victimize herself. You guys are telling me I'm not ever going to go see my daughter again. And you're telling me that this assessment is mandatory. Either way, she's telling me I'm not going to get to see my daughter again. You guys are refusing to give me a new social worker who's willing to go forward in a good, healthy manner instead of someone who's intimidating and very heartless.
I didn't say any of those things. Those are things that you're saying, not what I'm saying.
Okay, so you guys are going to give me a new social worker?
You spoke to the director yesterday, and she said she was going to look into it.
And what was the part, what did we have to come to a meeting for if they already told us we're not going to have a new social worker? So what was the meeting for yesterday other than that, and to try to show you videos that you refuse to listen to?
I had hoped that we could have a conversation about the complaints that you have and the questions that you have, and that maybe I would be able to provide you with some information. You seem to be unable to stay in the room before getting very upset and leaving. That's your choice.
You're unwilling to go and actually listen to a voice recorded thing, and you're telling me I'm delusional when I have something on voice record. Can you tell me how frustrated that would make you as an individual, as if you knew that you had someone tell you something, whether the house was black or a house was green, you had that on record, and they were telling you that you're a liar and that you're wrong and that all their bosses will refuse to listen to that? How would that make you feel?
I've never said you were delusional. I have never called you a liar.
Then why are you guys refusing to go and get me a new social worker? The director
request. These sorts of things take time.
The director
also had questions about what the purpose of a new social worker would be. Every individual involved with the agency you have called a liar. Everyone. Ask the reception, our elders, the directors.
Then perhaps give me some honest people to work with instead of... Why do you think that the Air Force moved out of Chilliwack?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Why do you think the Air Force moved out of Chilliwack? It's so corrupt out here. That's what I was told by a military veteran. Are you going to tell me that they're a liar?
Don, I have no comment about the military. I don't have anything to do with them.
Well,
I don't even understand why you would be bringing it up into this
conversation. Because they have something
conversation.
to do with you. The police and you guys are so corrupt that the military actually had to move the Air Force out of here. Because the Air Force wasn't able to be here because you guys are so corrupt and they don't agree with it.
Don, we don't have anything to do with the military.
No, they have stuff to do with you. That's why they moved out of here.
Sean, this line of conversation is not productive or useful.
Yeah, and me not getting a new social worker when I have a family circle meeting that I'm supposed to be going to, I can't go to because I don't have a family enhancement worker because I asked for a guy or someone honest because none of these workers have been honest, and I have them also on video, and I'm going to continue to record every single conversation, including this one and every other one going forward.
That's your choice, Sean.
And I'm going to put them on Facebook so everybody can see them, because this is ridiculous.
That's your choice, too.
What you guys have done, you guys have took her dad away. You guys told her dad that her dad's not allowed to say that it's her dad. Her dad was not allowed to say that it's her dad because that confused Sabrina, and he was asked if he could go and say that he was the uncle or not say that he was the dad at all. Yes, okay, now you guys took my daughter away and are refusing me to see my daughter again. Do you see the repeating circle just like in the 1800s when you guys took students out and you took away their heritage and they actually look petrified, just like Sabrina was petrified to go stand up for herself before me, and then they're trying to use that against me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys took away her Aboriginal culture. You guys manipulated her so bad that she was afraid to go say anything and stand up for herself, and then you guys are turning around to use that against me. I actually told you yesterday at the meeting, I actually specifically said, okay, Sabrina went and took away supports out of her life because she didn't feel like they were good supports. And you turned around and said, oh, well, this person's gone out of her life, this person's gone out of her life. I don't control what my wife does. My wife does what she wishes to do and talks to who she wishes to talk to. And you guys also yesterday in the meeting, again, said that my daughter wasn't my biological daughter. I'd like an explanation for that one. Unless you guys have actual DNA proof or any other physical proof, I would like these allegations against my family to stop.
Sean, the simplest thing that you can do is consent to a DNA test.
And the simplest thing you can do is don't ask me again, because basically you're calling my wife a liar. And I don't need a DNA test. I don't need a DNA test to tell me something I already know. When I know what my daughter's mine and that my wife's already told me it's mine, I don't need a DNA test because you guys feel that I need a DNA test. My lawyers told me I don't need one. My wife's lawyer has told her she doesn't need one. The only person that needs a DNA test is probably you guys to see if you're human, because you're pretty heartless.
So, Sean, it's true. It's completely your choice. But what I'm saying is, if there's questions,
well, no,
there's
accusations. There's no questions at all on my half. There's accusations from your office. There's a big difference.
Sean, I'm not able to. I don't know what you want. You asked questions yesterday.
I want you guys to stop.
Let me finish a sentence. Otherwise, there's not a lot of purposes in us talking on the phone. You asked why they were asking questions about the paternity of Cora. They explained why.
Okay, if they don't have any DNA proof or have any other proof, then they need to really watch what they say, because honestly, that's incriminating themselves. And you also just admitted that, as well as also she said that yesterday on video. So once again, you're
I didn't admit anything. What do you think that I admitted?
You just admitted that your office is against me. You're telling me, oh, you need to go in for a DNA test for a kid that you know is yours. That's absolutely ridiculous.
I never said that.
Well, yeah, you just did, so that they can stop questioning me. No, your office can fucking stop questioning me.
Sean, you called me.
Yeah, I did call you because you asked me to call you. You asked if I had a minute to speak.
Well, I wanted to know because you were sending me a lot of text messages if you wanted to talk to me.
And guess what? You have done nothing but victimize this girl, and since the day she's been in care, you've taken away her heritage, you've taken away her family, you guys have told her not to message her family, that she's not allowed to know who her family is, and now you guys are trying to do the same thing to my daughter.
Sabrina is a grown adult woman. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, now...
He's telling her what she can and can't do.
I'm not talking about when she was 19 or 21. I'm talking about when she was a kid, when you guys put her in foster care and took away her parents from her and refused to have her parents even visit.
Sean, I don't know what Sabrina's history is. I can't speak to that, nor am I comfortable doing that with you and not her. I would suggest she maybe apply for her records if she wants to have a look at everything.
You know what? I would suggest is you just didn't realize that it's honestly going to be aired on YouTube each and every time until we get a new social worker. I'm going to keep calling back each and every day. And I'm going to keep calling for one.
That's fine, Sean. As I said previously, it's your private information that's going on YouTube, not mine.
And it's
if
also,
you want the world to know about your child
and
protection concerns, that's up to you.
And also where Patricia Colley apprehended my daughter without giving me an explanation, and also where she went and broke Cynthia protocol, is both also online. And also everything else in the meeting yesterday, as well as also Sabrina being told for 45 minutes downstairs, is going to be aired. And when I go and actually go on live, when I have over 10,000 to 100,000 views and I'm interviewed by the global news, I'm going to put your fucking office on the news. I hope you realize that.
That's up to you, Sean, if you want to do that.
And you're an awful person, and obviously you're just like, either you guys are robots or you guys are just not from human space, because obviously you guys are heartless.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I thought maybe that you had left. So, well, I'm sorry that that's your opinion.
It's not my opinion. It's over 150,000 other people's opinions that just don't have the balls to go say anything yet. That's why I'm started a motivation. And it's also why I've looked into things. And I'm not allowed to go and put somebody's name, but I can put McDonald's and go hang it off of the bridge, just as I can go put me off Golden Years Bridge and make it a lot more public as well in the next few months.
Okay.
You want to go and see how public we can make it? Because I'm more than happy to make it public. You guys have been 100% telling my wife that she's not First Nations. No, she's First Nations to herself. She's Aboriginal on paper. And going and saying that and trying to make her feel like she's retarded is not really helping by any means. Trying to go and say that I'm making out with her best friend and cheating on her with her best friend is not a professional matter whatsoever and has nothing to do with my child. And also me and Sabrina having to share a phone because we can't afford a phone. A lot of couples do. You guys also saying that also my grandparents, my nanny and my nanny and my grandpa, who I've looked up to my whole entire life, who have actually taught me to go and have a relationship, and you go and have a soulmate for life, and that person means the world to you, and you do everything and anything to, and you guys are putting them down and saying that they're domestic.
Sean, we've never met your grandparents. We've never spoken to your grandparents. We've never called your grandparents domestic.
You're telling me that I'm domestic and I 100% do everything and I 100% stay with Sabrina just as my nanny and my grandpa did. They always worked together other than when my grandpa worked. He'd come home, give his wife all his money, and then he'd go and stay there. He'd take his wife to his doctor appointment, vice versa. They actually died at over 100 years old together in the same house in the same rocking chairs. I wonder, but me and Sabrina are abusive because me and her don't separate, and because I actually tried to get her to separate, but she's got anxiety, so the couple times I've been able to get her to go see a couple friends was really blissful, and it was really nice for her to get out of the house. But apparently I'm an abusive and I'm a domestic person. I'm not saying physical, I'm saying emotional. When I'm the one that cooks and cleans and does absolutely everything for this person, I think your company needs to get itself a check.
Sean, the director spoke to you about this yesterday.
Yeah, the one that was laughing on the other recording, laughing on the other recording that I have on YouTube already, at me as well, on the phone.
What are you talking about? The one that you sent me? Nobody was laughing at you in that.
The one that I went and said, "Are you laughing at me?" She 100% was laughing at me, by the way. Yes, she was.
Sean, I don't think we're going to agree on that. You also said something rather profane to all the directors that you've spoken to.
Well, I guess that you guys should do your job and stop being such a shady organization then, right?
I'm just saying, Sean, you're saying you don't want to do all those things. Nobody can make you do anything.
And like I said
But it's not going to help your situation any to be so defiant and difficult with everyone you meet.
And just like I was told by the social worker that I'm not ever gonna see my daughter again, there's no point in me going to that thing tomorrow to have the assessment done until I get a parent assessment done.
They're not going to send you for a parenting assessment if you don't complete the assessment that they've already set you up for.
They've already
agreed to that assessment.
They've already said
they signed you up for it.
Rosemary again, after all the lies, I'm not ever gonna...
The doctor already said if I don't go to the thing, it doesn't make a difference, and they've actually told me that I'm even lucky at the doctor office if after I complete this, they're even going to give me a parent assessment, and that's what they had to say. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it.